Section 3.9 is not a required section for us, but it does have some useful information. I'm not going to probably run any sample code. You guys can go and run the sample code if you're interested. But let's talk about C strings just a little bit. A C string is stored as an array of characters. You guys should all be a little bit familiar with what an array is. We worked with them in Greenfoot when we did like the piano keys in an array, and we did different sounds and keys in a parallel array. Programmers have to indicate the maximum number of characters, so you have to know ahead of time how many you're going to need. So then, and that's declared with a constant. And then we create a character array. So this is how you actually create an array. We'll talk about that in a lot more detail later on in our required arrays material. But if you're looking at this now, you use the keyword char, the name of the array, this one's called temp, and how many, the size here, and then it's getting assigned hot. At the end of the string, we don't see it, but there is a null character which is represented by this /0, and it's placed after the final character marking the end of the string. So whenever you work with strings in C++, this is done whether you see it or not. And so you have all the characters and then you have a end of or a final marker to the string. Programmers have to make sure that the array is big enough for the desired use. So temp can hold up to 4 characters plus the end of line character. Okay. In this example, when you want to read in a C string, so again, they're declaring a character, a C string of a particular size. You can just read in a C string. You're declaring a character array is what you're declaring, and then you read that in. So it reads in the C string with no blanks. It will write past the end of the array if the input stream is too long. cn.getLine reads in the C string that may contain blanks. It ensures that less than or equal to 9 characters are read in. So this one will go beyond the end, it sounds like. I haven't run the sample code. This one will actually stop. So you can read in no more than 10 characters. You can also use set width and width to control the input fields. A C string initialization versus assignment. A C string can be initialized at the time of creation just like a string object. So you can assign a character array a value. So I can assign month a value of April. However, a C string cannot later be assigned a value using the assignment operator. You must use a string copy function. So if later on I got the wrong month assigned and I need to reassign that, I have to copy, if I'm doing month bracket size here, I create a character array, month is assigned to August, then I have to do string copy month is assigned August. You cannot reassign the value of month or a string array using the assignment statement. And that's because you're assigning it to an array. So it doesn't know if you try to assign August back to the variable month. We just declared month right here as a character array. If I try to just assign it a string, it doesn't know what index values to put string into, etc. So you have to use what's called a string copy method. Keyboard input. You must use cn.getLine to put keyboard input into a C string. cn.getLine is not the same as just getLine. You must indicate the target C string and maximum number of characters to read. So you have to indicate the C string, the character array that you declared, and how many characters you're going to read in. And sometimes you want to do this. Sometimes you want to do this because you want to know that you are reading in exactly 25 characters or reading in exactly 10 characters because you want to also then format your output. Okay? That is it for the C string, and again, it is optional. I don't use them. We don't use them a whole lot. Sometimes we will use this cn.getLine later on, but not a whole lot right now.